tip. Oh yeah, big one. Oh my gosh! Howdy and welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is hot, sticky. Is it hot and sticky where you are? Do you have grass loaded up around the shoreline in your favorite little waters? Well, oftentimes the frog is the best option. And we are gonna go over some tips today with the new Filthy Frog in the popping version. So there's a lot of different reasons to use a popping frog, not just for the additional pop sound, but for some other ones. So we're gonna get into that. But we're in a situation where we've got just tons of grass. About the only thing you can throw is a frog or a weightless soft plastic. So let's get geared up and let's go get some frogfish on with the Filthy Frog popping edition. So the first thing I've got to do is get rigged up for fishing heavy grass. And this is going to be the frog rig that I use right here. I'm going to use a 7.5 heavy. Now this is actually our Googan Squad muscle rod. So this is in the gold series right here. This is going to be available at shopkarls.com very shortly, but I've just got one of our prototypes right here. But this is an excellent choice for frogging because it's heavy. You can get a little bit more distance with that 7.5 and you have leverage. And when the grass is this thick and if you're making long casts, you want to have that extra oomph to get that fish up and out of that grass. Oh my gosh! The next thing I'm going to do is put on braided line. So I'm going to go with some Googan Squad braid right here. 65 is a really good choice for grass that is this thick. A lot of times I'll go with 40 pound if it's a little bit lighter grass, or if I'm fishing it over open water a lot, or if it's really thick pads. I like the way 40 pound goes through the lily pads. It kind of cuts through better than the 65, but we're probably going to be fishing just mostly thick grass right here, and I want as much leverage as possible, as much power. So I'm going to go with that 65, and I've got a high speed gear ratio reel. So if a fish blows up, I can reel in real quick, I can throw back to it, or if I miss one, I can just get in real quick and throw back to it. So that is going to be the basis of our gear here. Now we tie on our Filthy Frog, Poppin Filthy Frog. So what makes this frog different than our regular Filthy Frog, it has this lipped front right here. So that's going to add popping noise, but something else that it also does is it allows you to walk the frog better. That's a really common technique, is getting that frog to do like this, going side to side. That's the other technique that really catches fish a lot of times. So having that lip in the front, it just gives that frog something that it catches the water and allows you to snap it back and forth, and it just pops to the side a little bit better. Walks to the side, I should say. And then you can get that little gurgle bloop sound as well. So sometimes they respond to different things, but that's going to allow you to get that extra walking action. That's what I prefer to do most of the time. And as far as colors goes, we got a lot of great colors in the Filthy Frog. I really like to go with black a lot of times if it's clear water and calm conditions like we have. If it's more overcast, or if the water's a little dingier, or maybe I know they're feeding on shad, I'll go with like a bright white or a bone or some variation with like a yellow belly. But in clear water, fish can see really well. I want to give them that just subtle look. They're seeing something up there, but it's not bright in their face where they can really lock on and see, oh, maybe that's got a hook or something. This is going to be a real subtle color, and they're going to see it and not know exactly what it is until it's in their mouth. I'm going to throw it up on top of this mat. I'm just going to work it off, rod tip up. When I get to the end, I'm going to drop my rod tip and get ready to get those slow works in. That is the target zone right there. A lot of times when you have, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What? That bass chased it out. It was watching it there for a minute and had to have it. That was so cool. Oh, I was gonna say, a lot of times when you have current coming through, or just a deep edge where the hydrilla can't reach the bottom and really grow up. You just get this wall. So what we've got out here is really thick grass, and then there's holes. So there's little dips in the contours. There's one little creek channel that runs through here, and what I'm going to try to do is just keep my frog in those holes, because bass are ambush predators. They're going to stay on these holes and walls. Grass form these walls, especially if there's movement, like water movement, like a little creek channel or something like that. So they're going to use those little corners. Oh my gosh, that bass absolutely came out of as soon as I hit that little hole right there, he came out literally foot out of the water. Dang. And grabbed it. So they're going to use these little holes and little corners as ambush areas. That was exciting. So what I'm looking for, I'm using my sunglasses here, and I'm looking for these little changes in color in the water. So the dark spots are going to be the grass, and then the lighter spots, that's where the more open water is going to be, and where those things merge is where the bass should end up. Oh, golly mercy. Came back and got it. Little one. Might have been why I didn't get him on the first try. Right there on that little line. A pretty healthy summer fish. I think I'm gonna start switching up techniques a little bit right here. If I'm in more open water, I'm just gonna start doing that side to side technique. And I like to point my rod tip down. It can be somewhat difficult with a 7.5 sometimes, but if you just kind of hold it out at an angle and just twitch your rod like you would a walking style bait. I would say if you've got just absolute thick grass and you're trying to go into the nastiest of places, you know, you can get away with just the regular filthy frog a little bit easier. It's got that shape on the front. My gosh, that fish took off. Oh, fish crushed it. Now that's a frog bass right there now. Whew. Kind of pause it out in the middle section. The fish had to have it. Holy moly. Eat me, baby. Woo. See ya, honey. Oh yeah, this is it. I think this is where that one exploded. I'm just anticipating. Little one. The little one didn't even splash. Oh, that's not a little one. Holy cow. Oh, sometimes those bigger ones can grab it without even trying. Golly, that was nuts. That fish absolutely ate it, and there was no slurp, pop. It was just gone. They're able to do that with that crazy big mouth. They just open it, creates a suction, and brings whatever's at the surface down to them. Oh, definitely smells like a grassy one for sure. Sneaky one, little ninja of a fish. Down we go. So another cool thing about the popping aspect is if you listen around like a lot of heavy grass vegetation, places that have bluegill, on a still hot summer fall day, you'll hear this. It's a popping sound, and it's those gills eating bugs and things that live around the grass. And bass are attracted to that. They know they have come out of the grass, they're eating an insect up at the top, and they're gonna be attracted to go over there and get that bluegill while it's out of the grass. They can hide in the really thick, heavy stuff, but when they come to the surface, they mess up. They're chasing a bug or something, and it gives them an opportunity to come up and eat them as well. So the little sound, I think, is bass are just attracted to that because they know bluegill. Oh my goodness. Yep. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. I know you guys didn't see that, but as soon as the frog hit the water, like the splash, that bass was ready with its mouth open and grabbed it, let it go, and then came back and grabbed it again. That was incredible. So they are ready. They are watching these bluegill, waiting for them to screw up. Sorry, frog, you're gonna have a bad day. No way, dude. No, busted it. Oh my gosh. That should be juicy. Right there on that point. The tip. Oh yeah, big one. Oh yeah, come here. That is a groat one. Oh my goodness. Come here, you angry one. Oh boy. Hello, grass fish. What bam? 5-pounder. Yeah. I think we're gonna end it on a nice little chunky bass. I love it when you can call your shot. You know, saw a little grass point right there. We've been talking about that. And then this one absolutely destroyed it. Look at that yellowness, grassy. Whew. Definitely smells like it's been in grass. Eat me! Yeah. Y'all make sure to get you some Poppin Filthy Frogs. Go ahead and get you some regular filthies and these. Just experiment with them, but I think you're really gonna like the popping aspect. You can do a lot more with it, and they're super tough frogs. They last a really long time. So check them out, link down below at shopkarls.com. Become a Shop Karls Club member, and you'll get 30% off these frogs and a bunch of other stuff on the site. Thanks for tuning in today. If you want to stay tuned for more tips, don't forget to subscribe right here to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.